In this video, we're going to talk about the timeline of the It movies and the new series. We're going to cover the story and the origin of Pennywise the Clown and give you a glimpse of each season's story. Also, at the end of the video, there's going to be a bonus fact about the series. So, It Welcome to Derry is going to have 3 seasons based on how the first one will be received. Each season will be expanding an event that was foreshadowed in the movies. The first season is happening in 1962 and the time backwards 27 years between each season. Then the second season will be in 1935 and the third season in 1908. So the whole story is about the evil events that happens every 27 years when Pennywise awakes. This is what we know about Pennywise. Well, it came to Earth on an asteroid and landed on this town called Derry. Later, when humans came to this town, the 27-year cycle began and it started feeding on them. Pennywise can take on any form and shape, but the true form of it is the deadlights, that if you look at it, well, you're gonna float. This is the exact order of events. 1908, humans arrive at Derry town for the first time and there is a big explosion. 1935, Bradley Gang Massacre. 1962, the Black Spot Fire. 1989, What We Saw at It Chapter 1 movie, and 2017, What We Saw at It Chapter 2. The first event happened in 1908, which was a boiler explosion at the ironworks that killed more than 100 children. This will be covered at the third season of the series. This shows that Pennywise has been active in Derry for over a century. So the Kitchener Ironworks was a factory outside of Derry, and even though every machine in the works have been shut down completely, it exploded and killed a group of children who were attending an Easter egg hunt there. The tragedy was caused by it sabotaging the equipments, and 8 bodies were missing, which were probably eaten by the clown. This was the first action of it after 27 years of hibernation, and what is interesting is Mike sees Pennywise for the first time in the form of a bird at the ruins of the ironworks. The Bradley Gang incident in 1935 is another dark chapter in Derry's history, which is going to be covered in the second season. So the Bradley Gang was a group of criminals who were hiding in Derry, and they were ambushed and killed by the town people later, but Pennywise was present and watching the massacre. The Bradley Gang was a group of bandits led by George and Al Bradley, and they came to Derry to rob and kill the store owners of the town. Their shootout incident is close to the well house and the sewer that we saw in the movies. In this place, George and the rest of his group, including his brother and his partner, were shot. So when people talked about this later, they said a lot of people had seen a clown shooting the same gun that they had been using. And some other even said they saw him in different places of the town during the shooting. So this incident had a real life inspiration for Stephen King. This gang was likely inspired by the real life Brady gang. They had also a shooting incident in 1936 in Bangor, Maine. The Black Spot Fire in 1962 is the main story for the first season of the series. This place was a nightclub for black people to have in the town of Derry, and then later it was burned down by a racist group. According to the fan site, this place was also connected to the sewers, and the customers of this club were mostly black soldiers from the nearby army base. So the whole story for the first season is built around this catastrophic event, and we're going to talk about one of the few people who escaped the fire at the end of the video. So because Stephen King didn't write about these 3 events completely in the books, there wasn't much information about them online, so I guess the showrunners have to expand the story themselves. But Andy Muschietti, the director of the series and the movie, said they have the confirmation of Stephen King for all the changes they made. He also said because of the fire, shooting the series was really difficult and they were worried about the safety of the actors. Now let's take a look at the movies. The movie It Chapter 1 happened in 1989 and it follows the story of 7 children fighting it when the clown returns. So a group of kids called the Losers Club starts being terrorized by a shape-shifting entity that they call It. The movie starts with this famous scene of Pennywise dragging this little boy called Georgie into the sewer system. After a series of disappearance of several children, they realize they must unite to destroy the clown. The next and the final movie is It Chapter 2, happening in 2017, when all the seven kids are adults now and must go back to Derry to fight Pennywise for the last time. Okay, now the bonus fact. This character was the chef at the hotel in The Shining, also another story by Stephen King. And there is going to be a crossover between these two stories, and this character is going to be present at the first season of It Welcome to Derry. By his telepathic abilities, he called The Shining. He's going to be working in the Black Spot's kitchen in the first season, and he is actually one of the few people who gets out of the fire safe. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.